had to have it on In the Kitchen with David. When I was a little boy, I used to beg my mother when my birthday rolled around for pie rather than cake. It was always my favorite. I love fruit pies and cream pies and so many yummy things. And this is a collection of marvelous recipes, 58 in total, for less than $20. You're going to get, of course, the perfect pie crust, but you're also going to get these wonderful vintage recipes that were really found with friends and family and acquaintances all over the country. And Ann Collins is our special author. She's here with her very first book. And welcome, my friend. It's great to see you.
Well, thank you. Thanks
I'm so tickled you're here.
Oh, great.
Your pies are beautiful.
Here.
Your book is lovely.
Oh, well, thank you.
Really
Thanks.
wonderful. And you were telling me that you learned to cook and certainly learned to bake from your grandmothers. Is that right?
I did. From my mother's mother.
Oh, so. How nice. And these recipes are lovely because they're really some families, some that you've developed, and some that you really were made aware of as you traveled the country and met with friends and family and acquaintances. Really a wonderful kind of cross-section of pie from around the country.
That's right. I collected recipes from people. I did research on some of the recipes.
Sure. And came up with some beauties. And
yes.
Absolutely. One of my favorites growing up, strawberry rhubarb. My grandmother grew her own rhubarb. She would make strawberry rhubarb cobbler. Oh, one of my summertime favorites. I can't wait to taste your strawberry rhubarb pie. And I'll tell you, rhubarb typically in season in the springtime, but I'll tell you, this just is marvelous because it's a great combination of sweet and tart.
Yes, it is. And you know, David, strawberry rhubarb is one of my husband's favorite pies as well.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
He's here with you tonight. I know it's exciting.
He is.
Here we go. Strawberry rhubarb pie. I can hardly wait. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is fantastic. I'm going to bust out Happy Dance. First one of the show, Mary. That's the strawberry rhubarb Happy Dance.
Thank you.
That is amazing. Oh, that
So,
takes me back to when I was a little boy in Grandma's kitchen.
Well, and you know, it's such a simple recipe, too, because it's just rhubarb and strawberry with sugar and a little bit of flour, and then you dot the top with butter, and you put it in the oven. And,
yes, ma'am.
oh, then your house fills with this fantastic aroma.
Let's talk about coconut custard pie. This is made with a meringue and even toasted coconut on top.
Well, actually, the coconut toasts as you brown the meringue.
Oh, perfect.
So,
okay.
Yeah. And you know, the interesting thing about meringue pies is this is true. They are truly an exercise in frugality. You make the custard for the pie using the egg yolks, and housewives in centuries past didn't want to waste anything, so they'd have those egg whites left.
Sure.
And what did they do? They turned them into these beautiful meringues.
Beautiful meringues, and this is coconut custard pie. Mary Ann, eat your heart out on Gilligan's Island. That's amazing. Oh, my word. So, so good. And there are so many wonderful pies that get us ready for the autumn season.
Oh, absolutely. We've got
pumpkin pie. You also have wet bottom shoofly pie. Shut my mouth. Come on now. That is crazy. And this is something that we here in Pennsylvania know very well from Pennsylvania Dutch and Amish country. This is a wet bottom shoofly pie. What does that mean?
Well, it means that you put the filling in the bottom and then you sprinkle the crumbs on the top.
Right.
Now there's a dry bottom version of it as well, where the crumbs are mixed into the filling and then poured in, and
but
same
this one is
ingredients,
so yummy and a little messy in the way it ought to be, right?
Well,
so
honey,
it's
I
just
think
lovely.
It's personal preference.
Well, indeed. And I tell you, whether it's wet bottom shoofly pie, oh, it's down front. Here we go.
Absolutely.
I was a little bit afraid I was going to miss out on the shoofly pie. Come on now. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is crazy.
Well, and you know, that recipe took a lot of digging because a lot of modern day recipes for shoofly pie are made with eggs and dairy. And in the old days, you didn't have those in the winter.
Right.
So this pie is truly an old-styled shoofly pie.
Let's talk classic apple pie.
Okay.
And this is something perfect for this. Oh, this is still warm from the oven. Oh, my word. Tell me about your classic apple pie.
Well, this one, I think this one may actually be the pork apple pie.
Oh, this is pork and apple. Okay.
I believe it is.
And tell us why pork and apple.
Okay. Well, that was another thing. You know, when you're making a fruit pie is very simple. Again, it's just the fruit and the flour and the sugar. And normally you would dot a little butter on the top of the fruit mixture. But in the winter, you know, your cows aren't given so much milk. But what do you have? You have salt pork.
Okay.
So you dice it up and sprinkle it on the top of the pie in place of the butter. And it gives there's a subtly different flavor,
Wow.
but it's not overwhelmingly pork, is it?
I can tell you that well over 1,000 books are already gone. Everyone is loving that classic blueberry pie, pecan pie. There are marvelous pumpkin pies inside, custard pies, everything you're looking, and I'll tell you, there are beautiful color photos in this book as well. So we're going to take a quick look here and look at the gorgeous pictures, the lovely, easy to follow recipes. Everybody is in love with pie, and these are vintage recipes that really date back so many years and bring this classic art of pie baking back to us again today. With the holidays around the corner, whether it's gift giving or making proper desserts for those big family get-togethers, this is the book you're looking for. And Ann Collins, I am so excited for your first cookbook. So
Thank you
wonderful.
very much.
And I hope that you have great success. Enjoy your book tour and enjoy this very special time.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and your book is lovely. Vintage Pies, stay on the line for it. We're busy on our phones, and thank you so much, my friend. Nice to meet you so much. Hey, Lock and Lock coming up in just a little while, which we're excited about, so stick around. Lock and Lock coming your way, and we've got for you